not, thank you very much. Up next is April Few with the U.S. Parents Involved in Education. April?
Good afternoon. I do have some material. Do I give that now?
They will take it.
Okay. All right, great. My name is April Few, and I'm the Communications Director for United States Parents Involved in Education. USPIE is a nonprofit organization that began as South Carolina Parents Involved in Education and expanded to a national organization in 2014. The primary goal of USPIE is to return control of education to parents and local communities by eradicating federal intrusion. USPIE has reviewed House Bill 3759 and is compelled to declare its disappointment in the bill you are set to consider. The bill begins with a false narrative suggesting a vibrant workforce is critical to sustaining and growing economy of this state by servicing industry and attracting new industry. USPIE opposes all efforts to continue to convert American education into a workforce development system. USPIE also opposes massive data collection of citizens, especially children, facilitated and coordinated by the federal government through the guise of workforce development education. Another troubling theme in this bill is the emphasis on student empowerment with no mention of empowering parents. In fact, in the proposed legislation, parents are stripped of their right to appeal a decision to retain their child after the 3rd grade. Research shows adolescents make their decisions from the emotional part of their brain. It is not until about the age of 25 that the human brain achieves full cognitive maturity associated with judgment, seeing into the future, abstract thinking, and rational behavior and decision making. This bill is irrational and defies the science of brain maturation to empower students with a Bill of Rights and give them a voice on the State Board of Education. Obviously problematic is the way the bill throws teachers under the bus. The bill would hold teachers accountable for failed standards and initiates the distribution of teachers' personal data from high school forward. If this bill passes, teachers become the next victim of privacy invasion through data collection. According to a report by the State Department of Education issued shortly after Common Core was supposedly replaced, South Carolina's standards were and remain 90% aligned with Common Core. As you may recall, these standards are faulty on many levels. The bill's harsh treatment of failing schools and the evaluation and grading of teachers based on mandated failed standards is immoral. The 0 to 20 committee created in this bill is alarming by its name alone. This committee is mandated to collect data as early as the government can get their hands on it and spans into post-high school actions. It is so surreal that the sponsors of this bill don't even attempt to disguise their desire to collect data on children from birth to adult and beyond, 0 to 20, cradle to grave, right? And finally, the biggest eyesore of the bill is the fact that it creates a whole new politically appointed committee unaccountable to individual voters and audaciously names the director as Education Czar. As if the Education Oversight Committee weren't bad enough, bill sponsors want to create another layer of politically manipulated individuals who are owed political favors. The voters of South Carolina responded loud and clear to a constitutional amendment question last year signifying they want those who deal with education to be elected. I leave you with 4 ways the legislature can promote a statewide culture of excellence in education. To restore local control and foster innovation, the state would wean itself off of federal funds. This should begin with a cost analysis of federal regulation compliance, how much money we spend complying with federal regulations. Only 8% of South Carolina education dollars are federal, but they seem to control everything that happens in the classroom. To enable local incubators for excellence, the state should remove most state-level mandates and bureaucracy. Cost savings should be returned to communities and local education needs. To foster accountability and decentralization of education, the state should eliminate the Education Oversight Committee and allow voters to elect State Board of Education members. To achieve a statewide culture of educational excellence, the state should abandon the attempt to control the economy with workforce development education and return to evidence-based classical education. USPIE stands ready to assist with creating policy that will implement these simple 4 steps. Thank you.
Thank you, April.